It is time for the X30 Pro Division presented by Speed Concepts Racing. Joe Turney has been phenomenal all weekend long. Ryan Norberg started with a pole in qualifying and a heat win, but as the weekends progressed, it seems like the advantage has gone the way of the Kart Republic. Joe Turney, Ryan Norberg, X30 Pro is underway. Look at Diego Ramos up the middle. Norberg, a very slow start down to turn one. He gets absolutely swallowed by the field. Ryan Norberg is still way back. He's outside the top 15 now, all the way behind Cooper Shipman. I don't know what misfired for the Ralston Performance Group Cosmic driver. He looks okay now, just ahead of Brandon Lemke. That changes everything. Is while Ryan Norberg was the guy to battle Joe Turney, these guys are going to try and shuffle Turney to the rear. Harley Keeble down the inside. Here comes Blake Nash to the outside down the front straightaway. Turney back to third. He'll push Keeble forward. Harley Keeble probably going to low line it here in turn two as well. Ramos to third. No, Turney underneath Keeble. He gets through for the lead. Ramos trying to go for second. Keeble still there on the outside in three. He runs Ramos wide. Harley Keeble. Diego Ramos all the way into the dirt, and Keeble gets back to second. Turney gets the lead again. Through turn one, further back, Diego Ramos trying to make up ground from getting shuffled off the racetrack. He gets through on Massimino. That's for P6. Dario Vizzaro, a bump and run to Paulie Massimino in turn six. Let's see, does Massimino get him back? He sends him off the racetrack. Yeah, well, welcome to the big leagues, Dario Vizzaro. That stuff's probably not going to fly.
When you put yourself out to knock somebody else out, that's commitment.
Dario Vizzaro and Paulie Massimino, they got into it yesterday, and that's what sent Massimino back as Harley Keeble wants the lead. Harley Keeble to the point. Blake Nash gets through for second. In both drivers' best sessions so far this weekend, Joe Turney is back to third, and this is amazing news for Ryan Norberg, who is 3.5 seconds away at eighth. Whoa, what a move from Blake Nash for the lead, and Turney and Keeble bang tires. Keeble holds on to second. The Californian Blake Nash has never won an X30 Pro main event before. He's looking for it here today. Harley Keeble has won a bunch of KA races. He wants his first X30 win as well this year, and Turney is just trapped behind these two young guns for old Black Flags flying. Keeble nearly sideways under braking in turn one. There's 6 cars lined up down to the hairpin, and Norberg getting through on Terlecki for 7th. It's 8 drivers in the lead pack. Harley Keeble commands them into 4. Turney, wow, down the inside on Blake Nash, he gets second. Harley Keeble spent a lot of his junior and mini career looking up to Joe Turney and the likes of him and Oliver Hodgson racing over in England. And now he's racing against some of his childhood heroes, and he is trying to keep one of them behind him with a vengeance. Joe Turney, a little love tap in turn number 1. Keeble blocks slow again, really parking it on the bottom side. Everybody, look at Brandon Carr. He sends it around the outside on Blake Nash. He'll get to third, and DeTulio to fourth. This is just blocking until the field spreads apart. Harley Keeble, I don't think he's going to take it off the low side. Joe Turney trying to get creative, went high, still on the outside. He's still there. Joe Turney to the lead into the S's. Alessandro DeTulio off the racetrack as Brandon Carr got down the inside. Henry Wheeler gets through. Diego Ramos to third, and now Harley Keeble. He blocked for many laps because he knew how quick Joe Turney could be. He's got to try and find a way back around him before Turney gets away. Ramos finally back up to third. The downside is the fastest guy all race, Ryan Norberg, is behind him, and he's going to look to take that spot. Watch this, turn 2, the number 1 to the inside. He gets through on Ramos.
Ryan Norberg with a beautiful move to the inside, waited to the last moment.
Oh, Brandon Carr, Blake Nash, side by side with Austin Garrison. 3 wide out of turn 2, and they both go into the wall. Carr and Nash are done. Brandon Carr second in the points coming into today. The gap, 1.4 seconds. Mr. 7-time Ryan Norberg, the 2-time reigning US Pro Kart Series champion, is looking to finally break through and get his first win of 2023. It's been the longest winless streak he has had since 2016, dating all the way back to the Miami Grand National Championship in October of 2022 was the last time Ryan Norberg saw victory lane. It's been nearly a full season.
Only 5 laps to go next time by. He's going to want to get around Keeble and start sizing up Joe Turney.
Whoa, what a move by Keeble. Harley Keeble sent it on the inside. He looked back, he saw Norberg was coming. He dive bombed Turney. Now Norberg is almost clear. He is clear. Ryan Norberg to second. Harley Keeble leads the way with 5 to go.
To the outside and now back to the inside. Boy, early protection there by Harley Keeble. I don't know if he wants to get defensive just yet, but Norberg right there waiting for an opening. Norberg's not going to wait. He wants to get around Keeble and see if he can pull away.
Harley Keeble doing what he did earlier. Got to the lead, and he's going to low line it and park it on the apex. Do either of the veterans try anything crazy? Joe Turney's going high and low. He's going to cross over Norberg. He'll get back into second. Norberg back to third. Nothing Norberg could do. He was kind of put in a box in the middle. It's now Turney's turn to try and get creative with Keeble. He's done it once. Can he do it again? Down the back straightaway. Here comes Diego Ramos. Austin Garrison and Nick Terlecki are on the way as well as they head to the new section. Keeble on the low side is going to see 4 to go at the line. Look at Turney. Crossover, not enough. Same for Norberg. Here's Ramos as well. He's hungry. Diego Ramos hasn't won since February of 2022.
Ramos slips to the inside trying to make the pass on Norberg. Can't quite do it, but Ramos and Norberg side by side for third.
Norberg fends off Ramos, says, please work with me, please go forward. Turney gets a little bit of a gap. Now he can open up and try to set Harley up for an over-under. Watch this down to turn number 6. Joe Turney, deep, high, over-under. Now around the outside again. He's off the racetrack. Joe Turney all the way back to 6 now. Keeble holds the lead, and it's Norberg up into second.
Austin Garrison and Nick Terlecki now to the top 5 as they're...
Norberg nearly got underneath Keeble, and Keeble swerved to block, didn't realize Norberg was there. It's now Austin Garrison to third, Ramos into second. And with the way this has transpired, Harley Keeble might have gotten away with one here because he's 2 car lengths up on Ramos and pulling away from him and Austin Garrison. It'll be 2 to go this time. Diego Ramos trying to get a first win in over a year and a half. Harley Keeble, his first X30 Pro win on the line. Keeble is headed to the white flag. Diego Ramos is a car length and a half away. Harley Keeble needs one more perfect lap. Diego Ramos needs a mistake out of him. The battle is back for 4th, and it's up for the win if Ramos can get there.
Harley Keeble comfortable with about a 2 kart length advantage over Diego Ramos. If Ramos has got to do something, it's got to happen now.
Final time down the straightaway. Harley Keeble sweeps the senior classes, and he scores his first career X30 Pro main event win. Harley Keeble wins in Cincinnati over Diego Ramos and Austin Garrison from 19th. That's right, 16 positions gained for Austin Garrison. Ryan Norberg and Joe Turney, as they drove by Harley Keeble, they both shook their head. They are not happy with the young kid, the 16-year-old. It's Harley Keeble on top over Ramos, who gets a massive boost in the championship standings. Diego Ramos trying to get his first career US X30 Pro national title. He led by a slim margin over Brandon Carr coming into this week, with Brandon Carr crashing out. That's going to be a huge points lead for Diego Ramos with another podium, one of the most consistent drivers in the 2023 season.